Welcome to the Tricentis Tosca Best Practice video series. Best practices are not rules, but guidelines to help you learn from years of experience without having to learn everything the hard way yourself. This video is about optimizing the internals of your test cases. Let's start with our simplest recommendation. Try to avoid static waits. These are when you use the tbox wait module to tell Tosca to wait for a certain time before continuing. Sometimes this is necessary, but mostly it gets used as a lazy way of waiting for the elements on the page to load. The wait on action mode allows you to wait until a certain element has been loaded or contains a given value. This makes a more efficient test case and less time spent waiting for things that have already happened. Another thing to avoid is mixed execution. Generally, we recommend using tbox modules for everything. If you find that classic modules are still necessary, it is better to use them in test cases that are built entirely of classic modules. Mixed execution is slow and inefficient, as Tosca is loading two frameworks and then switching between them. Buffers with generic names, like product ID, can cause confusion if they are reused in several test cases, and can make debugging difficult. It's generally easier to use a specific buffer name only within a single test case to avoid this. In most cases, Tosca can steer the application by accessing its objects directly. This is done using the JavaScript in a web page, SAP scripting, or WPF objects, for example. This is what Tosca does when you use X to press a button and enter plain text in a text box, and it's almost always faster and more efficient than dragging the mouse pointer around the screen with click or entering text with send keys. It's not always avoidable. Some objects, especially in complex web applications, just can't be tamed. It's also nice in demos to show the mouse moving and clicking. Mostly though, it just slows you down. Loops are also often unnecessary. A loop is easily dismantled by copying the action inside to a folder and setting the repetitions value. If you know in advance how many times you want the loop to run, you can put that value in the repetition column for a specific folder in a test case. If you only know the number of repetitions at runtime, but still before the loop, you can put a buffer value in the repetition column too. Within a repetition, Tosca has a handy trick for knowing which iteration you are at. You can use the repetition call to put the number where needed. I think that's enough for now. Thank you.